What is up, YouTube? It is Matty, and we are going to show a special war recap. It is the, not that one, the war versus Kara Heroes. And yes, Emphatic Elite did win. It was pretty good war, as in lots of good attacks both sides. I mean, you're going to see some pretty mental attacks from the guys in EE. I'm not going to show any of the Kara Heroes attacks just because obviously I don't really want to divulge our bases. Obviously if Kara Heroes had a YouTuber themselves, then I'd be happy for that YouTuber to show our bases. But for myself, it's almost like shooting myself in the foot to show ours, so I'm not going to do that. That's not to say that their attacks weren't good, by the way, because a lot of them were absolutely amazing. And it does take a lot to get up to that sort of score. Obviously the max score was 97 Town Hall 10s per side, so if you take 7 off of the 90 to leave 83, they were four sort of stars off where they wanted to be probably. So if you actually look through our bases, let's see the 4 that survived. Easy Bag Rag was one, Brian was the other, Nazca was the other, and then Savoni and Holy were the ones. Sorry, we had 6 Town Hall 10s on our side, they had 7 on theirs, so yeah, that does explain why there's an extra there. The 5th one is there. So yeah, you know, it was 6 versus 7 Town Hall 10s, although the one that did get 3-starred was a 9.5, so that was completed by Van in the end, which was a pretty sick attack. So I've tried to keep it varied in a fashion. I've tried to show the best of the attacks. I have saved a couple back that I'm going to use for a different video, which is the how to funnel video in the How to Hog series. So stay tuned for that. There will be some raids from this war in that video as well. So the first one we're going to show and we're going to get stuck in is a raid done by Stewie on the base number 26. And you're going to find out a lot of these bases were strong, were very well thought out. A lot of off-centered arch queens. Which is probably going to mean a lot of split heroes. And you can see he started off with on this base, you know, there's a double layer of wall to separate the queen, so you can't just sort of wall break us straight in. You need to jump at least a little bit. Now you can see he's dropped a giant down, which is actually well timed because he dropped 3 wizards down as well to start sort of help and create the funnel. Got a golem down as well. Golem sort of further down towards the sort of 8 o'clock. Wizards down to help create the funnel. You can see the wizards taking down the arch tower. It looks like it might get splat by the splash damage in the end, but the wall breakers are in. Now the queen, she will take down the lower arch tower, but once that's down she's definitely going to start moving inwards. So you'll see here, I think after she's taken that air defense down, she'll hit the arch tower unless she's already distracted by oh yeah, the CC have pulled her in, which is quite nice. It doesn't always happen. Very nice jump spell as well. He's going to get the king to go all the way across the map. Look, use his ability to slap onto the queen, and then boom, couple of hogs early on. One to go take down the mortar, look, and then he's starting to bring the hogs in now to start collating on the 12 o'clock defences. First heal spell down as well to keep the hogs alive, keeping them nice and healed so that they can take down the arch tower. And then he's sort of reinforcing towards 1, 2 or 3 o'clock to bring in the extra hogs as well. So he's got one more heal spell, nicely placed to keep the hogs alive during their conquest through the defences. And now he's got to hope that there's no giant bomb threats in between the next couple of defences, which I don't know if there is or isn't. There isn't, although there are spring traps. But that didn't matter too much because the hogs did converge onto the final arch tower. There is a wizard tower actually at the far left hand side of the base, so he's got to take that down. I'm going to start speeding up now because we are down to clean up. He has got a minion, a couple of wizards, and a group of hogs to go and clean up, and the queen in the core as well. Looks like the gold storage at the top left is going to be the final building to go down. And yep, the hogs are going to go over and finish it up for him. So great attack by Stewie, nicely scouted and nicely attacked. The next one is the one up, which is number 25 with Tread Easy. So let's have a little look at the base. You can see here offset king and queen up to the north side of the base. Double giant bomb threats. You're going to have potentially one by the expo, one between the air defense and the mortar potentially. You might have singles even. I don't quite know on this base. It'll be interesting to see how Tread. I can't just guess what strategy he's going to use. Unless I've sort of thoroughly analysed the video. I know the video well enough to know it was chosen to for me to show it, but I can't remember how he does it, because a lot of these strategies, especially when AQ walks involved, they're difficult to sort of plan out and particularly to recite on one glimpse viewing. Anyway, 6 o'clock, 5 healers I believe is down on that queen. She is coming up a bit against a bit of resistance from the cannon, the wizard tower and the arch tower, but because she's got so many healers on her, it's going to keep her nice and healed. She's going to take that final arch tower down now, and then there's no sort of point defense on her at all. She'll regain full health, look, and she's going to carry on moving to the north side of the base. Expo is going to come on to her soon, so we're going to see how she handles that once it starts shooting her as well. I'd have thought she'd have been in range there. But towards the north side of the base, you can see he's creating a funnel. Yeah, he's sort of using some minions and some troops to sort of... must use a giant to distract for wall breakers to go in and break that compartment open. Because I assume he's going to do a suicide king up there. Now he has dropped in... Is it a golem? Yeah, golem, some extra wizards to funnel. Queen's going in now as well. Some wizards as well. CC pull has started, so this is going to be sort of the clutch moment now where the queen needs to take down the CC. So he's dropped the rage on her, and let's see how she gets on. She's getting hit by the dragon. Is he going to drop the ability, which I believe he did, but just in time it died. Golem down as well. I don't know if he needed the golem then when he was tanking the king and queen. I think he might have just been able to get away with a couple of giants maybe. I definitely think so, unless he was planning to take down the defences as well. But you can see the king's now taking down the enemy king. He has got a small group of hogs coming in from the sort of the bottom side of the base, and they're going to sort of converge up by the Tesla. Probably going to need a heal spell there. Yep, there it is, look. King is still alive in a king versus king showdown. Going to probably drop the ability soon. There it goes, and he might be able to get a couple of defences down now. This is where it's going to come in clutch for him, hopefully. And yeah, you can see the hogs moving up to help. Drop the heal spell there, kept the big group of them alive, which was great. And then they're moving up to the final defences now. The wizard tower, I think, is the final one. Boom. No, sorry, the mortar, didn't see that. And then that's it. Now it's down to clean up. Loads of hogs left, lots of HP in the middle, but it didn't matter because so many hogs left, and the king he's going to be able to get the cleanup done. Not a problem. There you go. So big shout out to Tread, beautiful raid. Moving on up towards number 22 now to show the attack by cores. In these videos, I think I'm showing 9 raids in this one video. So quite a few to show. It's I always like to do that on the bigger, better arranged wars because everyone likes to see a nice variation of attacks. Now on this base, potential giant bombs between the Expo and air defense down the bottom side. More so, definitely going to be one between the air defense and the Expo over there, which is next to the Queen actually, which is a little bit of I don't know. I wouldn't have put that there because that's obviously set his attack angle now. I didn't even remember the raid, but knowing that that's next to there, it's not too difficult. It's just a single jump spell to get the Queen into the compartment close enough. Could have even used raged wall breakers to get in, to be fair, if he felt a bit brave. Nevertheless, a couple of sort of bit of funneling done to get the golems to go in, and the king and the queen, which is down as well. Needs to make sure the queen goes on the inside of the base now, as opposed to running around to get that wizard tower. Which she does, which is nice. Poison down as well to help take down the CC troops. Huge Asian wall of hogs down the entire one side of the base. Now the 2 heal spells are there to keep them alive during the process of moving through. They have hit the 1 giant bomb threat, which I did point out head on, which meant that they were single tripped. And the other giant bomb threat was where I thought it was as well. So pretty obvious giant bomb threats, but the queen was very close to the 1 set, so that made it even easier for the attacker to eliminate the 1 and take the other down head on, because it wasn't in a very good spot. So this base, I can confidently say, definitely needs improvement. I wouldn't. I'd say don't. I wouldn't. I would say don't bother with that bottom set of double giant bombs, because you can see by the hog approach how easy it was to sort of single trip them. So it's almost pointless. You want them to maybe split off a place where you wouldn't naturally use a heal, to make it extra awkward for the attacker, and move the queen away from, or move the double giant bomb threat away from the queen. I know it's difficult. It's basically a whole base rearrangement, but it was one of the easier bases, I would say. Purely based on this video and being able to view and come up with a strategy in like 5 seconds flat. Anyway, moving through, up next is on to number 18, which is, let's have a look, by Jackrelf. Let's have a look at the base and see if we can spot any weaknesses. So giant bomb threats, you got a few. Either side of the air defense here would be an obvious one. Definitely potential in the core between the Expo and the Wizard Tower. I think actually it makes sense that there might be two sets of double giant bombs, one between the air defense and the Arch Tower over here, and one between the Expo and the Wizard Tower, just based on the queen position. So you definitely can't get a pull, the queen kill easily. So let's have a look at what he does. Now he's, I'm not innovated, but he's come up with a quite a unique power idea here. Now he's got a super queen AQ walk, whatever you want to call it. She's going to move to the left by the look at once she takes down the camp. I would have thought she should have gone left. Let's have a, oh no, because of that she might move right. I don't know which way he was trying to go through, but we're going to find out. I think she was meant to move left. Anyway, she's taking down the dragon now. They had to use the ability. Dragon's going to try and move past to get to the healers. She's going to take it out en route. Here we go. She's moving left. This should be the way he wanted her to go. Got a couple of golems in. Definitely one golem. I can't see this if there's a second to tank. And now what he's doing is breaking into the base. And here we go. The queen's going the right way. She's going to have to go inwards. He's going to drop some Valkyries in to reinforce the kill squad as well, which is kind of cool. So you got your king, your queen, your Valkyries, all going to go in towards sort of the giant bomb threats that has got them into the core, and the Arch Tower compartment with the queen in, and the lower compartment as well, where the potential other threat is. Now remember, if he takes down that air defense, which is just about to happen, which did happen, that giant bomb threat's eliminated, and you can see if the troops take down the Expo and the Wizard Tower and the core, that's eliminated as well. The queen is moving towards where the one giant bomb threat was, where I thought there might be, and there was, so I was spot on there. Looks like there was only a single in the core maybe, unless I wonder where the final cheeky giant bomb spot is. Maybe next to the town hall. It's quite difficult to say without seeing it. Unless I've oh no, it was there was two doubles, exactly where I predicted as well. But yeah, clearly done a good job in avoiding them. You used a nice sort of powerful kill squad with the Valkyrie addition there to help enforce and make sure that those giant bomb threats got eliminated, which they did, and it meant the hogs were just free to run around sort of the outside of the base and do their thing. So now we're on to clean up, and yep, loads of hogs, plus king, plus queen, plus healers, everything's half the army's still alive, to be fair. So Jack absolutely demolished that base. Moving up now, the attacks are going to start getting a little bit cray-cray soon. But first, let's have a look at how David takes down this base. So, looking at the threats for giant bombs, again, in the core, sort of next to the air defense and the mortar there would be one threat. Maybe between the mortar and Expo. But maybe, I mean, you could actually have between the mortar and the air defense up here as well, where that sort of builder guy is. But we're going to find out and see what he does. I like the way here he used a double healer on the giant to keep it alive long enough for the queen to take down the storage and then take down the cannon and then take down the Arch Tower. That's really cool, that is. Just, I wouldn't think to do it. I like the way that he sort of tried to guide the queen up. The air bomb did take down those minions, but he was still able, the queen was still able to go the right way. Once the queen started getting hit, the healers redirected. The giant went off to go and die by himself, and that's fine. He is creating the funnel at the north side of the base as well to allow those couple of golems in. His AQ walk is complete. He's now sort of moving the golems and everything into the base. Loads of goblins in the CC, which is really confusing for the attacker. King's in as well, and now he can really start to try and bust through the base and try and get to some giant bomb threats. Now you can see he sent, was that a couple of hogs he sent into that air defense, which is a clever idea if it was, because and there is, called it again. If I tell you what, if the other ones between the Expo and Mortar, oh no, there was a giant bomb threat up there. They were up right where the queen stood, look. Okay, so he's eliminated all the giant bomb threats. I don't know if he knew where they were, or if he took an educated guess, because obviously if it was a second attack he'd know where they were. But yeah, I mean, on these sort of bases, it is relative. It's not too difficult to predict where they are. I suppose the difficulty is when you know where they are. If the base is good enough, you can make it so it's still very difficult to take it down. So yeah, I know that there were a lot of tough bases either side. Some easier than others, but you know, as Channel 9 specialist, you've got to find a way to exploit any weaknesses, and no base is impenetrable. They all do have weaknesses, but yeah, some of the guys in my clan are absolutely ridiculous at base design and just get it. I'm not there yet. Moving towards it, but I just don't spend enough time reviewing, analysing, building, that sort of thing to get substantially better. Now, next attack I'm going to show is by Epic. Prepare yourselves, because this is a Blue Coops attack. Okay, here we go. Try and commentate this, shall I? Four healers on the queen, sorry. And he's going to take down some defense at the start. So because there's not much HP up there, the queen's going to get onto the point defense quickly, take it all down, and it's going to go. He's using a wizard on the town hall to get that down early. Also, it's going to help create the funnel. But he's also earthquaked that core open. So now there's a huge load of exposed defenses next to the queen, which he's going to go and take down. He sent a single hog in to get the CC pull, used a poison spell, which is actually a really nice placement to distract the troops in it for long enough to actually get killed, and then there the queen's going to go and finish and take it down. Look, so very smooth and clutch so far. Now this is where the magic happens. Okay, 6 giants and 2 healers at the top. Wizards out down to go funnel, and what he's going to do is send in the megaton sort of attacking force soon. He's just letting his troops sort of break through the wall now. Rage spell down to get them in, and then here we go. Look, King Pekka, all sorts has gone up the north there, and just watch. The queen is alive barely, and she's getting hit quite hard, but she's going to move out of range of that expo now, which is clutch. Get some final heal put on her. Meanwhile, at the north side of the base, the king, the giants, and everything are moving through. Healers have just gone down, but it's too late now. King and Pekka have still got good health. Queen's fully recovered as well, which is ridiculous, and he's got hogs coming in to help clean up the final bit of defences. So, wow. What can I even say about that? The scouting and the precision involved in this sort of raid is just something that's almost incomprehensible for me. I would need guidance on this to be able to perform it. I just couldn't. I don't know if Epic thought it up himself, if he discussed it with the other members and came up with it together, but just wow. To be able to pull it off, even the precision involved on that is alone a feat in itself, and a strong feat in my view as well, because it's just ridiculous. And this isn't the only raid that Epic does in this war, and in fact it's a similar attack on the next one. So we're going to reinforce a bit of knowledge on this attack, and I think did someone else try it? Maybe. We're going to see. Anyway, raid it over. Beautiful 3-star, one of the best 3-stars I've seen, and it was clutch. So moving up to number 11, we've got Epic. Let's have a look what he's got. Number 12 is one of the videos we're going to show in the how to funnel video I'm going to do. And yes, Exiv does a similar attack. It's okay, So Queen with the healers on at the start, she's going to start moving through, taking down some defences, and he's actually already got his King, P.E.K.K.A. Giants down, and he's using the rage early with the healers in it because he's coming across the King and the Queen early. He wants to take it all down, but he wants his troops to survive in the process as well. You can see the Giants are moving into doing okay. They need to get some healing action. They've got some healing action now. Meanwhile, the Queen started to move south side of the base, and she's going to continue to do so. She's ran out of damage at the ran out of point defense. She's come across, so she's got full health. Meanwhile, he sent some hogs in to go and start taking down some key defences as well, including that Expo. The Giants are still killing things with the P.E.K.K.A., with the Queen, the healers on her, and some more hogs coming in from the left, from sort of 9 o'clock now, taking down some point defences head on, as well as the Wizard Tower and the Mortar. And now the hogs are going to start grouping up now. He's got a heal spell down to help them out. Bit of cleanup as well, and then we're pretty much there. He has got another heal spell as well, so ridiculous amount of spells, as in heal spells, used in this raid. Probably didn't need them. Definitely not one of them. Probably not two of them, to be honest. But hey ho, hogs are alive, Giants are alive, Queen's alive, P.E.K.K.A.'s alive. P.E.K.K.A.'s actually getting healed, which is insane. Loads of troops to go and clean up the base, and he's able to walk away with a heal spell in his army camp. Oh, he did the troll heal. What an absolute dirty motherfucker. Anyway, number 10 is next, and it's by Rev, bringing us a LaLoon attack. So Rev actually did like 3 LaLoon 3 stars in this video, in this war. 2 on his Rev'd account, and 1 on a different account he was using. But Jesus, I mean, this I found awesome as well, because it's a Shattered LaLoon on a base where he was only going to get one of the defences, air defences, but he was going to get both sweepers down in the process and an Expo. So I suppose with the Queen and the CC obviously. So because of that, maybe it has made life a little bit easier for him. Maybe some of the traps were over towards that air defence as well, which might have helped. Difficult to say, because you never know which attack angle you'd go in or where people are going to put the traps, particularly if it's not expecting to be LaLooned. Now the Queen has gone AWOL, which is kind of strange. It's almost like I didn't expect it. I thought she was just going to naturally go in, but the King is taking the sweepers down. Look, the air defence is gone, the 1 Expo is gone, and now watch how smooth he is on the LaLoon deployment, because this is where the 3-star happens. All 3 hounds in early on, rage down the bottom side. I presume a rage up the north side soon as well. There it is, look, pushing the loons through the base, and they need to get to that 3rd air defence. Firstly they need to take down the 1st air defences and get to that final air defence with a hound intact. It should pop right when the loons hit the air defence, and boom, he's got some back end as well. So in the end, even though the Queen didn't quite do what she was meant to, look how many pups he's got, and heroes alive, loons alive. It's just a sick raid, so huge shout out to Rev for pulling that off. And then we're going to move to I don't know if we're going to show, I think we'll show the number, the 10 on the 9.5 as well, even though it's wrecked by Van, but it doesn't matter. So Epic's final raid, again, this strategy, it's just crazy. 4 healers on the Queen. She's coming across point defense immediately. So he's trying to use her to take down sort of almost like half the, a side of the base. Once the cannon's down, she's going to start regaining health again. Wizard's down to sort of funnel for her. The Wizard should take down those build huts by the look of it, you'd think, next. They're moving in. Hopefully they're out of Queen range. Oh, Clutch Tesla comes in, but the Queen's moving south anyway, so it didn't really matter too much. Through the north side, Giants, healers, he's going to do a Queen rush. There goes the P.E.K.K.A., there goes the King. They're all going in. Minions to create the funnel up the north side as well. Look, so everything's going in. The rage spell there as well on the healers to keep them alive during the CC kill, during the hero kill. So that's clutch. Queen is still moving down the side of the base, taking point defense after point defense down. reinforce some hogs at the top side of the base to go and help the kill squad, which they're doing nicely. You can see the cannon just went down, wizard tower's just about to go down, and the Tesla, then the mortar, and now the expo. One expo is getting hit by the king, which is nice. It needs to go down because expos have got stupid amounts of HP, and then the other expos getting hit by hogs. Clutch heal spell there actually to try and keep it alive, keep the hogs alive during the expo kill, because if that goes down, life gets a lot easier. Queen is still going around the outside of the base, taking down the buildings in the process. She's still got an ability left to be used. He's probably going to want to use that soon because he's going to run out of defenses to take down. Wizard on the right, and then that's it. Defense is done. Going to pop the ability now, I imagine, to bring in the archers. You'd think just going to speed up. There it is, look, and here we go. Final pit to the raid, and it is over. Again, insane strategy. It's a pretty. The army comp almost seems almost standardized, I would say. But you have to be able to split down the base into quadrants. You have to be able to send a queen on a super walk, and hog the rest of the defenses, and send in some giants and Pecker and King to take. There's a lot of thought behind it. If you can start to piece it together in your own head, and figure out how to actually use the strategy, then be my guest. It's not something I can train you guys on yet. Now this was taken down by Van in a Shattered LaLoon by the look. Couple of raging hogs at the start to take down some defences, including the air defence. Definitely not going to get the expo, but we'll get the CC pull, the skelly traps, and some good things at the start. Reinforcing with a golem and the queen towards the north side of the base. Poison to help take down the skellies. Look, the hound is coming in, and it is going to need to be killed. It will in the process, but it's going to take a little while. Adding a wizard in there to help take it down as well. So while that's all happening, let's have a look at the base. So there's 3 air defences left. He's got a second golem going in with wizards to help create the funnel. Minion up there to create some funnel as well. That didn't quite do much. He's going to need to get the king in. Golems both redirecting and going in. King going in now, and it's going to be the all-important hero kill. And preferably, if he can get his queen to target one of those defences, it's definitely going to take down the Teslas. But if he can get... Oh! Queen walk. Didn't want that happening. Doesn't matter a great deal, but it's not going to help him. Definitely not going to help. Okay, so the king's gone in, taking down all the enemy heroes are down at least. So now he's just using some targeted loons to take down the north side defences. Hound coming in as well. Second hound going across the base. Load of traps being soaked up. And here it is, raging the loons in to try and take down the outer defences. That expo could be trouble, depending on how many loons he's got to go and finish it up. He's got 1 rage spell left. I presume he's going to use the rage between the expo and the air defence, which he did. And here we go. This is going to be the clutch moment now. Getting those loons past that air defence onto the expo. And if he can do that with quite a few survived, he should be okay to finish the raid. He's got a couple of back end loons, you can see. He is running out quickly though. Especially when... Oh, wow. Only a couple of loons left there. Okay, Wizard Tower went. Wow, this was closer than I realised it was. Boom. And that's it. 1 loon left. Trust me, that's clutch. But, Van was able to take it down anyway. That obviously all helped to seal the war. Hope you enjoyed this recap. There were admittedly some amazing raids in there. Big shout out to the guys at Emphatic Elite. Big shout out to the guys at Kara Heroes and the Fair Play community. All that made this war possible and these attacks possible. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, see you guys on the next video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Peace.